best friend in the box with me, Mr. Scott Splickle. And Scott is here representing Changing Footprints here in Indianapolis, Indiana. As I mentioned, Scott, and we just had the blessing of having a conversation before we went live on the air. And as I mentioned, we're live on Facebook, X, Instagram, and live at www.radio-next.tv on the smooth, cool site at Radio Next. Scott, this program that you have, man, I am overwhelmed in the 2 to 3 minutes that we talk, knowing that there's a community partner out here to make sure that we have food and everything that's necessary for the people in need. Please, if you could, tell them about Changing Footprints. Then we're going to get into some of the ways that people in the community can either assist or benefit from your program.
Sure. We're an all-volunteer, nonprofit 501c3, and our mission is to change the world 2 feet at a time. And what we do is we collect, sort, clean, and redistribute shoes through 5 different sites in Indiana. And our biggest site does out of state and out of the country giveaways. We did sent 10,000 to Ukraine and 5,000 to Turkey. And my site specifically is on the south side of Indianapolis, and we do all the community events in the city. In fact, since July 1st, we'll have done 26 community events, ranging from Indianapolis Police, Mary Riggs. We did one at the Indiana District Conference Center over by Lafayette Square last weekend. And we're having one in Bloomington. We've gone to Spencer, Indiana, Haaville. I mean, anybody who needs an event will be there for them.
Man, this is phenomenal. So we're talking like Goodwill in transit.
Right.
We come to you. You don't have to go to the store.
Absolutely.
Now, collecting these resources, how do we go about it? If I have some people out here listening, because actually today my business partner, they're having a big community yard sale today where some of these items probably will not be bought, and they want to get rid of them apparently, else they wouldn't be out in the yard sale. How would somebody connect with Scott and Changing Footprints to make sure that they get these quality items?
Well, that's kind of ironic because we have a lady who we met who is in Wanamaker at Franklin Township Civic League. And she loves our mission so much that she puts everything out on Facebook and community chat, neighborhood chat.
Oh, we're going to have to hook me up with her.
And we get at least 400 to 500 pairs of shoes from her every single month.
Wow.
She goes out people's doorsteps and picks up shoes. But 80% of everything that we get come from shoe drives, businesses, a lot of churches, a lot of schools, organizations. And when they have the shoe drives, it's usually about 30 days. And it's either community comes in or with employees. And then the other 20% is we have permanent shoe drops all over the city of Indianapolis. And basically it's a 55-gallon can with shoes screwed to the top and information. You fill it up, and when it gets full, we come and pick everything up, take it
I'm
back.
sitting there, man, and God is just smiling on me right now, because when I look and listen to the different ways that we can help contribute to the community, people don't understand.
Right.
Find something that you know that is a need and give it your best, give it your all, and then Changing Footprints can happen. How did this idea come about?
Well, it was actually started in 2005. There was a man and lady watching TV, and they saw a news story about kids overseas in like Africa and Middle East whose feet had all kinds of scars and cuts on them because they had nothing to wear on their feet. And they thought, you know what? This is something we could do at home. So they started out doing it out of their garage, and it has since morphed into 5 sites in Indiana. And our site does all the community events in the city. And we not only give shoes, but we went through 90,000 pairs of socks last year.
90,000 pairs of socks. And here's how this all ties together. I just was blessed recently to work with the brother who had Beyond the Bridges, talking about the homelessness
Right.
problem that we have in the city and some of the basic needs that we take for granted, like socks, like toilet paper, the things that they need to, we just don't think about.
Right.
And when you hear about giving away 90, that means people are going around here pretty much shoeless.
Yeah. Well, we also do a lot with homeless missions and pantries and places like that. So it's not only shoes and socks, but we also have a partner nonprofit called Hoop, HOOP, Helping Our Own People. And so what Hoop does, well, back in July of 2021, the 6 of us at South Indy site saw a need for food insufficiency. So what we did is we went to
Go on, man.
Sorry.
I own this. Ain't no
Okay.
boss. Go on back there, brother.
Yeah, go back in the gym. Sorry. So what we did is we started making emergency food bags for homeless and people in need. And we made the first 2,500 bags on our own, and we couldn't afford to do it anymore. So we joined Hoop. And Hoop was already aligned, and they're a nonprofit, and their mission was to feed the homeless and take care of their needs unquestionably, no questions asked in Indianapolis. Well, when we joined them, because of what we're doing, it's now to feed and take care of the homeless and people in need in central Indiana, because we are making and we're distributing 250 bags of food a week to people. And then we go out every Sunday night. We take care of the homeless wherever they're at.
Now, today, for the people I'm talking to that want to come out and visit us at 1920 West Morris, I saw you bringing some goodies in. What do you have today for the people?
Well, today we have shoes, which what we do is we take anything that will fit on your feet in any condition, even if it's not wearable. We prefer to get shoes that are newer or good wearable condition, but any shoes, for instance, tennis shoes that are trash, we send them to Nike. Nike grinds them and sends them back for rubber pellets for playgrounds. And unfortunately, shoes that are really good dress shoes, we have to get rid of those if they're not wearable. No one will recycle them. Last year, as an organization, we handed out over 137,000 pairs of shoes around the world. But my site, again, strictly does shoe distributions, and we in central Indiana, and we do have a couple of churches who have missions in Kentucky, and they take every boot we have into the hollers. And we have a couple of ladies who come from Haiti who get something every month and take it down to Haiti. So, I mean, we touch a lot of lives in a lot of places other than Indianapolis. But again, what you were asking, today we have really good quality shoes because it has to have no holes, no rips, no tears. If they have a little bit of wear, we'll send them to a partner Salvation Army. Otherwise, everything we have comes to giveaways. So we have shoes, socks, and then we have race shirts. So I have a lot of hats, but in the month of May for the mini marathon, which is the first event in May, I've been in charge of all the runners picking up their running numbers and their shirts for 46 of its 48 years.
You're a bad man.
So I get every race shirt from the mini marathon, the monumental in November, and the drumstick dash at Thanksgiving. And last year at our events, we handed out 30,000 pairs of 30,000 shirts, in addition to all the socks and shoes. And also today, we have a partner, and we have brought in lots of toiletry items, feminine hygiene items, and anything that we get our hands on, we will bring to giveaway. And something ironic today that we actually have is we have gun locks. They were given to us by the Marion County Sheriff's Department. And these are kind of funny because they're cable locks and can also be used for bicycles. But when you go into a neighborhood that has need, and people will look at them and they'll say, well, what is that? And you say to them, well, do you have a gun? And they'll say, well, why are you asking? Well, because that's a gun lock.
Scott Splickle, this is the first of many, brother. We can ready to do it on, but God bless you and the great work that Changing Footprints is doing in our community, man. And if you want some shoes, if you need some hygiene items and all of those things, Changing Footprints is here live, 1920 West Morris Street. You have time to get over here. We'll be live from 11 to 2, and then you can find out if you have some things that you want to contribute to Changing Footsteps.
They can
And you
call
can
me.
talk to Scott
Yep.
Splickle. I'm going to put it out on my Facebook site and make sure that we get this information, man. This is a blessing to our community, and thank you for the great work that you continue
Sounds
to
great. Rock on, man.
Come on, man.
Rock on.
Jumbo Love all the way live.
Absolutely.
Scott Splickle. I've got me a new co-host on RadioNext.tv, baby.